I'm going to show you the qualities of a good chicken house that you need in your farm to have successful chicken farming. I am not saying expensive chicken house. No. Chicken don't need an expensive house. They don't need a fancy house. Chicken need a good structure. And what is a good structure? What makes a good chicken house? Number one, the chicken house must be well ventilated and aerated. Look. What do I mean by ventilation and aeration? A chicken house must have two openings. Must have two openings, not one. Two openings. As you can see in my chicken house, this is the one opening. The other opening is here. This is the second opening. This is the front view of the chicken house. That is the behind of the chicken house. This is the side view of the chicken house. Now I could not have this side open because rain comes from this side. So I opted for this side as the other opening. So you see I have how many openings? Two. One in front and one behind. So why must your chicken house have two openings? The idea is to have fresh air in the chicken house because the chicken poops, the droppings, as they get mixed with the litter in the house, even if you are having cages, as the chicken droppings get down, there's ammonia that comes from the chicken house. This ammonia need to get outside. So how does the ammonia get outside? Through the openings. Through the openings that you have in your chicken house. Assuming that there's ammonia in this house. As you can see, there's no ammonia in this house. The smell in this house is very fresh. Why? Because I have proper ventilation and aeration in the chicken house. Fresh air enters this side and the ammonia-filled air leaves through that opening. If fresh air enters through that opening front view, it leaves through this side view opening. And therefore, the chicken house will remain fresh with fresh air throughout. Now you see these openings. These openings should not be free like that. This opening must have wire mesh and chicken wire. Why? You want to prevent pests and rodents from entering the chicken house. This chicken wire prevents even reptiles like snake, lizard, mouse, sour mice from entering the chicken house. So as you can see here, I have chicken wire here and I also have wire mesh. This wire mesh is also helping with the reinforcing the chicken wire, okay? Because this chicken wire cannot stay here on its own, it will be loose. So you have to reinforce it with this wire mesh. I've done that even here. These are the openings, as you can see. See? The chicken wire and the wire mesh. You need to do that to make sure that rodents do not get inside. As you can see, even the door of the chicken house has wire mesh. See? This wire mesh prevents rodents, birds, wild birds from entering here, because remember, even if a wild bird enters here and poops here, that poop can contain diseases that can kill the chicken. Those two openings need to have the chicken wire and the wire mesh. That is number two. So you prevented your chicken from having respiratory diseases by having proper ventilation and aeration. You've also protected your birds from getting diseases from outside, either through wild birds entering into the chicken coop or rodents like mouse and even reptiles entering the chicken house. Number two, you need a curtain. See these openings? These openings. Sometimes when it rains and you also want fresh air and you don't want to close the openings, mine I can close. This side I can close. Look at how I made it. I can close it using this. I can close it using this. See? This one I improvised, but you don't have to make one like this. Like the front opening does not have that improvised part, so it's opening throughout. So how do I prevent rain from entering the chicken house? When it's raining, I drop the curtain, okay? Chandarua, we call it here chandarua. You drop the curtain so that rain does not enter here. This curtain is also very important when you are doing brooding, because birds, day-old birds that are less than 2 weeks are very susceptible to cold and can die out of cold. So that curtain will help preserve heat inside the chicken house. Number 3, if you are using a deep litter system like me, where I put wood shavings on the floor, you make sure that your wood shavings are 5 inches deep. Why must your wood shavings be 5 inches deep? You see, this chicken, they are very notorious sometimes. When they are drinking water, water will spill on the floor. Like now, see these birds. See, this is water. They have been drinking this water. The water spill on the floor, as you can see. This floor gets wet. Water is spilling on the floor. That water is mixing with the droppings and the wood shavings, and that is going to be a breeding ground for coccidia, the parasite causing coccidiosis. And coccidiosis is a parasitic disease that is very dangerous for the chicken and can kill your chicken in no time. And if it attacks your birds that you are keeping for egg laying, they are going to compromise their immunity, and they are going to interfere with their growth rate and ability to lay eggs. So one of the ways to prevent coccidiosis from getting into your chicken house, you must have wood shavings that are 5 inches deep. The reason why the wood shavings should be 5 inches deep is to deal with and manage the droppings of the chicken. Because you see, as they scratch the wood shavings, they are turning their poops upside down. They are scattering the wood shavings, and their poops get mixed with the wood shavings. And that way, if the wood shaving is thick, you are not going to have too much chicken poops on the floor. The chicken poops will be mixing easily and properly with the wood shavings. So when the wood shaving is thick, it will enable you even to turn it upside down regularly. Mine, I turn upside down every 3 days. So it gives you the time. You turn it upside down. I use garden fork or sometimes a jembe. We call it here in Africa jembe, to turn the wood shavings upside down. When I turn it upside down, the top layer of the wood shaving, which contains the dropping, goes down, and the bottom layer of the wood shaving that is fresh and is not having dropping comes up. That way, the chicken will be interacting with fresh wood shavings for some time. By the time you'll be turning the wood shavings again upside down, the chicken poop that was turned upside down shall have completely and well mixed with the litter, and therefore it will not be a problem even when it comes up and even the chicken interrupts with it. So I want to show you how thick or how deep my wood shavings are. I want to demonstrate. Look here. These birds. So look at the wood shaving. How many inches deep is this? See? So that's how I make sure that my chicken house has good hygiene, and the chicken poop mixed properly with the wood shavings, so that I have less cases of having too much ammonia in the chicken house. And that way I prevent respiratory diseases from the house. In addition to having the 2 ventilation, that one also minimizes the amount of ammonia in the house, because the chicken poop mixes well and properly with the wood shavings. Also, when you have your wood shaving 5 inches deep, in case of spillage, in case water spills over like here, you simply remove this part. I'll remove this part, this wet part. You simply remove that wet part and replace it with fresh wood shavings, so that we thwart the coccidia parasite from thriving and causing coccidiosis disease in the chicken house. Another thing that you need to have in your chicken house, your feeders and your drinkers. The feeders and drinkers, as you can see here, you see they are raised. They are raised because they have eaten. So the feeders and drinkers should be raised to the level of the back of the chicken. Like now, this drinker, you see this drinker? See, birds are accustomed to drinking from up, not drinking from down. So when you have this drink at this level, there will be less incidents of water spilling on the ground, unlike when you put it down. In addition to that, when your drinker is raised up, you are also going to deal with coccidiosis, because water will not be spilling on the ground, creating a breeding ground for coccidiosis. Feeders should also be raised to the level of the back of the chicken. The chicken will be able to eat. So as they grow, they become big, you adjust it upside. But for day-old chicks, of course you use the baby feeders, the feeding trays. As they grow, you introduce them to feeders, these normal feeders and drinkers. So I think that is all that I want to talk about the chicken house, the things that you need to have in your chicken house to have healthy chicken and to deal with diseases. Otherwise, I think that is all for today. The next video, I'm going to show you how much it costs to construct a chicken house like this one. My chicken house is a 300 capacity, meaning it can carry 300 chicken from day old to maturity. They can even stay here for 2 years if they are laying eggs. But when I'm brooding, this chicken house can brood up to 2,000 birds. It can brood 2,000 birds for 2 weeks. It can brood 1,500 birds for 3 weeks. It can brood 1,000 birds for 1 month. But 300 to 400 birds can stay here comfortably up to maturity. Okay? So that is all for today. Thank you very much.